Welcome back, guys, to Whiskey Adventure. We've got another bottle review quest for you guys today.
Not quite bottle review, more like a bottle kill.
Bottle kill as well, yeah. I'm Matt, this is Vincent. This is my first bottle of Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch bourbon whiskey, bottled in bond. So coming in at bottle and bond, that's going to be 100 proof or 50% ABV. And this is distilled, aged, and bottled by Old Fashioned Copper Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. So this is actually, I've had, the issue with Buffalo Trace is their regular bottles like this or Weller SR. There's a whole ton of variance in the quality of the batches. I've had an E.H. Taylor bottle that is just really not good. And I've had bottles like this one that are really damn good, you know? The only bottles that I've really found are really consistent are Eagle Rare and the standard Buffalo Trace. I've had the same issues with Weller SR where I've had a bottle that's exceptional and I've had a bottle where this tastes like bourbon. So,
I haven't had that quite experience yet, the Weller SR yet, but who knows? You know, you roll the dice at times on there.
Yeah,
you might not get lucky.
Weller Full Proof is kind of the same way. I feel like there's some Weller Full Proofs out there that are exceptional, and there's some Weller Full Proofs that it's all right, you know, yeah, $70. Yeah.
And I heard the same thing about the CY PB.
CY PB is the most mid fucking ported.
I've heard it varies around by which batch. Everyone says batch one was fucking phenomenal, and I have a neighbor who goes, "Yeah, the current batch I have on there is shit."
I know. So CYPB is chosen by a community, apparently. I don't know what that community is. Whoever that community is, in my opinion, they're not doing a very good job. Because every CYPB I've had has just been...
It's just gone downhill.
It's kind of mid, you know? It's not bad. It's not great. Antique 107, OWA, whatever you want to call it, that's the peak of
that fires on all cylinders.
Yeah. Even like Stag is great, GTS is great, obviously. But to me, I'm tired of the super high proof, and they're super over oaked as well. So as far as Buffalo proof, or as far as Buffalo Trace goes, E.H. Taylor is
yes,
my favorite.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
Yeah. So let's get into the notes here. No more rambling. Oh, dude.
That is nice,
dude.
Out of all the bourbons on there, I gotta say, I mean, apart from Weeders, Ballin' and Bond is pretty much my favorite.
Yeah.
It's no bullshit with it.
It just smells so fucking good, dude.
That is nice. That is very delicate.
How do we even describe that, you know?
Beautiful notes of vanilla.
Yeah, very, like a light, bright vanilla, you know?
And I said earlier, very delicate notes.
Yeah.
Got that nice, subtle oak. And it's not a dark oak. It's a nice, light, fresh cut oak, in a way.
Yeah. I feel like there's a melon in there as well, but it's like a...
It could be.
Maybe like a honeydew. This is as light as, not light flavor wise. I don't know how to describe it. Just there's dark flavors like caramel and molasses and brown sugar, and there's light flavors like sugar, confectionery sweetness, melon, stuff like that. For me, this is as light as you could possibly get for a bourbon, you know. It just smells fantastic.
Yeah, it's just nicely pieced together like a nice fine work of art.
Yeah. Let's get into the top.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so fucking good.
Yeah. Super approachable. Light. Beautiful. A little sweet.
A little sweet. It's
Definitely a little bit of melon.
And if not that, you get your classic bourbon notes. Nothing offensive. Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just...
Like there's no fight here.
No, it's not. It's just...
This isn't a fight at the bar. This is like you walk into a bar downtown and you just happen to find all your friends at that bar, and it's like, yo,
it's a good night. It's a good night. It's a very good night.
Yeah, you know. Maybe like a very light caramel in there.
I don't get as much caramel.
Maybe like a red apple, maybe.
It could be.
It's hard to describe because you're used to all those different like dark flavors and like a bourbon and stuff like that. So when you come across all these like light profiles, it's like it's almost like a vanilla cupcake in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing wrong with a vanilla cupcake.
I mean,
everyone just passes by just want the chocolate.
I can't do chocolate cupcakes.
No, I've never
I'm
liked
vanilla
chocolate
all the way, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cake guy in general, but
Same.
let's add some water to this.
Are you sure you want to add water? This is just too good.
A small amount, you know.
That's just a few drops. I personally think that Bald and Bond bourbon is pretty much as pretty close to perfection as you can get.
Yeah.
Those are still there, backed off a bit.
Don't think it really changed much at all.
I think those melon notes start coming a little bit more forward.
A little bit, yeah. But at the same time, it's like the melon took a step forward, but everything took a step back. So it's like if the melon was like so if you're like the front of the palate, right, and the melon was initially like 5 feet back, and everything else was like in between that 0 and 5 feet. The melon moved up to like 3 feet. But then everything else is behind.
Move back to 4 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 4.5, 5 feet.
Yeah. If that makes sense. I don't
Yeah. Start making sense to me, but then again, hell, that's just we're here drinking. We've already had a few tonight.
Yeah.
We recorded these in batch episodes rather than live.
Yeah. Video number 7 of the night, so.
That was just too fucking good.
I feel like it is definitely better without the water.
I'm gonna agree with you on that.
It lost something there. I feel like the sweetness dialed back a little bit.
But of all the EHT expressions I've had, Bald and Bond has been my favorite by a lot.
I will say, so I've had batch 11, 12, and 13 of the barrel proofs. 13 I think is the best, but I still prefer Blanton straight from the barrel. Obviously that's a single barrel, so it's gonna depend on your barrel, but in general I prefer Blanton straight from the barrel over EHT barrel proof. EHT single barrels to me have been
hit or miss. I mean, for me,
I've not had a bad one. The only ones I've had are either very good or absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, for me, the single barrel's been hit or miss with EHT.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard that for sure. So
I mean, Bald and Bond is the only one for me that's been remaining consistently good.
Yeah.
I did have a sample of the what was it, the Warehouse, the Tornado Survivor one.
Okay.
Don't ask me what I did to get a sample of that a couple years back.
You're not talking about you're not talking about the shit that Jeremy has, right?
No, this was not from Jeremy. No.
Okay.
This was from a bartender I knew from a place I used to go to.
A proper Tornado Survivor.
Yeah, this was on there, and she had it verified with it, everything on there.
Okay.
So that one was different, interesting.
Okay.
But this one has a lot more consistency, approachableness, enjoyableness.
Yeah. I think the best single barrel I've had was from my buddy Randall. He has, I think it was a 2014 single barrel. One of the few EH Taylors where I've ever gotten like a strong grape note from, and it was just exceptional, man. I mean, it was really fun, good.
Wish I could have had some of that.
Yeah.
Compared to RB27. I mean, if you're talking about grape notes,
that's grapefruit.
Oh, grapefruit, yeah.
Yeah. But
7 drinks in one night.
that's a different tier, you know. Yeah, definitely better without water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, you're already starting at 100 proof. If you're adding water, you're already dropping.
Yeah.
You're getting dangerously close to that 94 proof, which is that's my limit of don't go below that for bourbon.
Emphasize it for bourbon.
Yeah, for bourbon. Ryes are good until like 90 for me.
Yeah.
And then single malts or just like malted barley stuff, you can get it down to 40, honestly. Especially if it's Irish whiskey.
Yeah, and Scotches too.
Yeah. 80 proof is acceptable. But for bourbons, it's got to be above 97% for sure. Or 97 proof. Yeah. But yeah. That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys haven't had EH Taylor, hopefully you guys will be able to get a bottle relatively soon. Supposedly they're supposed to be ramping up production
on there, yeah.
You guys should hopefully be able to get a bottle soon, but also again the batch variance is pretty high, so hopefully you guys get a good bottle of it. But that's gonna be it for this video. You got anything to add?
No, I mean, all batch variants on there. Well, truthfully, of all the bald and bonds that I've had, I haven't gotten much variance.
No?
Okay. They've all been really consistent for me.
I've had
now,
one.
Small batches that are not bald and bond, different story.
Okay. Well, I think they're all bald and bond.
Not all of them. I've had a few that were, because they weren't exactly 100 proof. I've had some that were 110. I've had some that were a bit lower, but they were still the small batch designation.
Okay. I might have to fact check you.
You might have to be on there, because then again, I was at other bars out and around, so who knows? I could have been socializing, not really. EH Taylor port.
You were drinking a little much that night.
I probably was thinking, EH Taylor port. That's what you know what it is.
But yeah, if you guys have any requests for us to review any bottles, let us know down in the comments. We'll try and get a sample or a bottle if we can locally. But that's going to be it for this review. We'll catch you guys next time.